ball.
Hello everyone and welcome to Boca Raton, Florida at Loggers Run Park for what's going to be 2 games in a row for the South Florida Football Academy. Today they take on the West Florida Flames and tomorrow they take on the Chargers out of Clearwater, Florida. So today South Florida coming off of a long break after playing the IMG Cup. Fitting finish for the end of the year. This is the first game in the new year of 2023. And we're hoping to bring some of that energy that we had in the tournament to our first game back here at Loggers Run Park. Coach Greg going with Nick up top with JC and Martine on the outside, as well as Lano, Julian, Mateo, and Gavin taking up the midfield, along with Brandon, Edon, and Matthew making up the defensive third. And then our keeper today will be Brandon. So a good lineup. We are missing one player today, which is going to be Brian, who usually takes up that midfield position. But we did bring in some additional players from our Sunshine team to try to even out things. But a full squad today as Coach Greg tries to take on this tough West Florida Flames team. Now, the West Florida Flames have a long history here in Florida, having been established almost, actually over 30 years ago, close to 40. And quite a large group of players that they have. They take on several teams here today at the South Florida Football Academy's home field. Number of age groups competing as the boys get together here for the start of the game to do their last chant and take the field. We're going to take a look at the captains who are going to do the coin flip, which is Nick and Edon. And referee's going to go over some of the different rules and ground rules that he's got laid out today. Some notable people in attendance here with us is going to be our director, Eric Eichmann, who's going to be looking on, as well as some of the other coaches from the South Florida Football Academy taking particular interest in this game. As I mentioned before, the Flames being a higher ranked team in this MLS Next division for U14. Well, it looks like we've had our handshakes and the players are just going around with the referees, and we're going to get started here momentarily. Weather is looking pretty nice today. It is cloudy, a little bit of wind, but overall a great day for soccer as we get going. Nick kicks off to Edon. Edon looking for the long ball. Looks like he took a little bit of a slip as he kicked that. Flames take over. Matthew coming up to pressure the ball. Flames give it away in the middle. Julian now looking for a pass, finds Brandon. Brandon got his head up, puts the ball up the field, but a Flames player read it, but not as far as Nick, who's trying to get it over his players and into the Flames backfield. Flames play it back to their goalie, and the goalie takes a short kick, intercepted by Mateo. Oh, that could have been dangerous, as I think the Flames got away with one there as Lano commits the foul in the midfield. Fortunately, he can't jump on top of players, as you see here. Nothing wrong with that, just a little over-aggressive. But that's what we have referees for as the Flames take a quick kick here. Work in the middle of the field. Find a player up front. And they get this ball over Brandon, number 19 from the Flames, looking to cross this ball and is blocked by Brandon. Brandon trying to chase it back down, being helped by Martine. Flames player now in the corner. Will he be able to get out? And he does not. All right, so a little bit of action from both sides. Sort of a back and forth as Brandon puts this ball down and plays it to Matthew. Matthew plays it out to the right, looking for Gavin, who's under pressure. Gavin able to get up the field with JC there, and it looks like it's going to be a throw-in for, looks like it's going to be South Florida as Matthew takes the throw. Matthew down the field, looking for JC. Flames intercept and kick the ball back into our backfield. Edon there. Crossing the ball this time to the left side, finding Martine, but a Flames player gets there pretty quick. Martine able to shield the ball and wins the throw-in. Martine now finds Julian on the throw, back to Brandon. Brandon trying to return the ball back to Julian, but again, some quick action here. Lots of fast-paced movement from both sides as nobody can really complete too many passes. Edon kicking this one to Brandon. Brandon over to Lano, who's in the middle of the field. Back to Brandon, and now to Edon. Edon looking to his side, finds Matthew. Matthew's got his head up. He plays the ball long. He's looking for JC, but can't find him. Ball lands at Mateo's feet. Mateo to Nick. Nick now on the ball. He's creating some movement, some runs down the right side of the field here. Cuts inside. Flames intercept. Mateo back on the ball. Puts it back in the middle. Deflection to Nick. Nick in front of the goal. Nick shot. Goal! South Florida Football Academy 1-0 over the Flames on what is appearing to be a nice little combination of passing from South Florida in the Flames' own half of the field. It resulted in a beautiful goal by Nick, number 32, for South Florida. And as the boys celebrate, I know they got to be happy about that one. As Mateo played this ball in the JC, it takes a little deflection, lands right in the path of Nick, who just dribbles out to the side, and the Flames keeper is left just hanging out there, and he's able to put it into the left corner of the goal for a beautiful goal by South Florida as they lead 1-0 here. South Florida Flames now on the ball. Now they're playing it around to the right side. Played the ball down the line. This could be dangerous. Number 9 on the ball, crossing it into the middle. Lano deflects. Matthew to kick it away, but it doesn't go too far. Flames player is there, but Mateo quick to get on it. Mateo now looking down the field. He finds JC. JC back to trying to get it back to Mateo, and Mateo trying to get it back, but can't do it, as the Flames are now back in the ball. Flames are pinging the ball around. Lano there creating some disruption. Gets it off to Gavin. Gavin now back to Lano. Lano up the field to JC. JC trying to make something happen. Gets it over to Gavin. And it's out for South Florida throw. Well, South Florida looking really on the ball here today, as Gavin waits to throw this ball in. Throws it down the line. Flames kick it back at him. Gavin now back on the ball with some time. Plays it back to Brandon. Brandon looking over to Martine. Martine with his head up. Looking around. Can't find anybody. Back to Brandon. Brandon makes a nice little move inside. Looking for the pass to Nick. Can't find it. Flames are on the ball here. Oh, good pass by the Flames player as they work this ball through the middle. Back again. And oh no. Oh no. That looks like it's going to be a foul. Is this outside of the box or inside? Referee's indicating for a penalty. Let's take another look. See if this is outside or inside the box. It just looks like he catches him there just on the inside of the box. I don't know. I think that should probably have been looked at as an offside as we await the penalty here. Brandon set, and it just goes the opposite direction, and we're tied 1-1. Well, the Flames got away with one there. It was definitely a penalty. I'm not taking anything away from that. But relatively soft foul, which resulted in a penalty. As now the South Florida team kicks off, and they play it back to Brandon. Brandon up to Julian. Julian trying to play it back to Brandon. Does so. Oh, Flames on another opportunity here. This is dangerous. Flames in the box. Cross. Through. Shot. Nice by Brandon to put that one into the back. Holy cow, did we get away with one there. As you take another look, you can see it's a pure reaction save from Brandon to put that one up and over the goal. Nice shot by the Flames player. Right on target. That definitely would have put them up 2-1 as the Flames take the corner. This one's over everybody. Flames still in possession as they bring this one to the flag. Get it outside. Martine there to get a piece of it. Still applying pressure. Another attempted cross. Matthew there to block. So a flurry of action now just on our side of the field. Hoping that we can clear this ball and get things back in our favor. As the Flames put another ball into the box. Brandon there to punch it away. Flames recover at the top of the box. Lano getting a foot to it. Gavin now kicking it away. Flames again back in possession. And they are working around the corner here. And it looks like it's going to go into touch for a goal kick. Brandon now on the ball. Surveying the field. Looks like he's going to put it down. Coach Greg has made a slight adjustment on the field. Matthew now switched to the left side with Brandon on the right. Not sure what's happening here. Maybe injury related as Matthew tries to play this ball up long to Nick. Flames player there to get ahead to it, but only finds Mateo. Mateo back to Julian. Julian with time on the ball now. Plays it back to Matthew, who goes to Edon. Edon under pressure gives it back to Matthew. Matthew with time, but can't find anybody. Goes to Julian. Julian over to Lano. We're switching the side to find Brandon in the new position of right back. Brandon looking around again. South Florida being very patient on the ball. This is something that they've been working on, and it's clearly doing a little bit better for them as Matthew's able to find Nick in the middle of the field. Nick being pulled. I mean, holy cow. Talk about pulling on a jersey. I mean, this isn't rugby, folks. It's soccer. That should not occur, and it is called for the foul as Don plays this ball up the field looking for Martin. Martin trying to fight for the ball here, grabbing a little bit of arm and not the jersey as Nick lets the Flames play this one out. Matthew on the throw-in. Looking for Nick. Ball bounces in front of the goalie. Goalie there to pick it up. South Florida looking pretty good here. Patient on the ball, looking for their passes, not rushing. I think they've settled down a little bit since that penalty, but haven't given up. As the Flames, again, putting together some nice passing combinations. This time Matthew trying to get on the ball. Oh, nice move by the Flames player to get around Matthew. And Edon there to cover as Matthew clears the ball. Flames still in possession here, just outside the 18-yard box. Putting the ball back in the middle there. Lano there to head it away. Brandon takes a slip. And Flames are in a dangerous area, but able to get it free as Mateo picks up the ball and plays it over to JC. JC now under some pressure. Flames end up intercepting. This could be trouble as the Flames have numbers in the backfield. Edon there to sweep it away, but it doesn't go out of bounds. Flames still in possession here as Brandon's trying to scramble to recover. Matthew gets a foot to it. Matthew clicks it clear of the box. Flames player again get to it as Nick is rushing to get this ball, and he does. Nice little move by Nick. Flames player again comes and takes it. Martin with the slide, but misses. Oh, this is not looking good. Oh, as Edon makes another slide tackle. No foul, but a beautiful stop by Edon and another. Holy mackerel, is South Florida having to play some defense here today as they just could not clear this ball out of their own half of the field. And a throw in by the Flames to this big striker that they have, number 8, as he gets around Matthew and crosses the ball again. There, Gavin gets a foot to it. Still in a danger area. Brandon blocks the next shot. This is all kinds of trouble. Can South Florida clear this ball as Brandon tries to go in for a slide but misses? Mateo now picks it up. Plays it to Brandon. Brandon to Lano. Lano tries to get it up the field. Can't do it. Ball still in a dangerous area. Lano again clears the ball. And this time Nick now coming away with it. Can Nick maintain some possession here so we can get some relief? And he is just absolutely surrounded by Flames players, but we still manage to hold on to the ball. And Nick carefully knows he's offside, so doesn't play for this ball. Waits for the... Oh, could he get a shot here? Can we get a shot? Nick's in the box. Slip. Pass. Martin now. Oh, Martin gets his shot blocked. Flames able to clear. And now in possession on that right side. And Edon kicking the ball out for into a touch throw. Wow. I am almost out of breath here, folks. So much action back and forth as the Flames throw this ball down. Edon cautiously kicks it out again as we take another look at this slide tackle. Wow, all ball there. Oof, boy, this is some crazy action here that we have today as Martin heads this ball forward. Heads it again, and he's still on the ball, folks. Martin with his head up, he's looking. Gets the pass down the field with an open JC. JC now with a shot. Can he get there? He takes the shot, goalie blocks it. This game so far is nothing short of amazing, folks. This is what MLS Next Soccer is all about. The back and forth, constant action, constant shots on goal, and just amazing defending by both teams. Some excellent goalkeeping by the South Florida Flames goalie as he got out and made himself as big as possible in order to block that shot. And the Flames now in possession of the ball in their own field. Nick applying some pressure here as the Flames give this ball away to JC. JC was looking for the pass, couldn't get it off. Lano there, back to Mateo. Mateo to Julian. And the Flames kick this one clear as Matthew heads it back into the fray. And the ball looks like it's going to go out of bounds for a throw. Well, here we go again, folks. Let's see how this one goes as Matthew throws it in down the line. And it looks like the Flames players they were going to try to let it go out of bounds, but Gavin was there to get a foot to it and wins a throw for South Florida. Well, tactical error there by the Flames player. As now South Florida back in the mix again. Oh, looks like a little push on Mateo, but nothing was called. And the Flames kick this one clear. Matthew again on the throw. Down the line. Once again. And Gavin again able to get there, but this time the ball goes out of bounds. And it's going to be Flames throw. Well, it was a little bit of deja vu. If Gavin had just gotten that around the corner, we would have been right in the danger zone. As the Flames kick this ball down the line, Matthew able to get a knee to it. Flames again kicking it down the line. Don's going to be there to cover and clears the ball out. Well, the Flames game plan is definitely to work down our sidelines, as every attack has come from that particular angle. And here they go again as Matthew's there to get in front of that ball. He kicks the ball forward, but only to a Flames player as they play the ball back cautiously. Flames keeper, way outside of his box, puts this ball up the middle of the field. Julian intercepts one of the passes, but Flames players get it right back. Now charging up the middle, looking for that pass out to the right, but now Crosby, who is checked in on the left side, is there to take over. Crosby, one of our Sunshine players who's been called up today, taking over on that left back side. Matthew is now returned to the right back, as you have seen in the previous shots. And we'll see how this one goes. As this played again to the right, Crosby there to get a foot to it. Don trying to get ahead to it, can't do it as the Flames player play it over. And Lano heads this one over to Martin, who clears the area. Nick now in control of the ball. Nick looking around for his options. Somebody better be yelling man on, as Nick is under some pressure here by two Flames players. And the ball goes into touch. Throw in by Martin. Looking up the field, trying to find Mateo. Couldn't get him. But wins another throw. Martin looking around. Finds Julian in the open space. Julian over to Mateo. I'm sorry, Lano. Lano back to Edon. Edon looking for the long ball. And, JC almost got ahead to it, but it falls to where Mateo can try to make a play. Flames players trying to play this back under pressure. Puts it down the line. And looks like Gavin's going to come away with it. But a Flames player takes it away from him. Flames now on the attack once again as Edon again slides in to clear yet another ball. Well, I will tell you, I think Edon has perfected the slide tackle this season, as he has numerous times been there to clear those balls out, and he does it with such perfection that there's no contact whatsoever on the player. As the Flames take over here in the middle of the field, they are surveying and looking around, tried to play the ball through the middle, but it was deflected over to the right. Martin there to cover. This number 9 for the Flames, quick with his feet. And again, playing it down to that right side. Looks like number 12 from the Flames is able to get there. Crosby's trying to cover. Top of the 18, shot. And Brandon's there to save. Right at the goalie. Brandon, big man in the box. Very difficult to get something by him. As he plays this one, it's a little short. But Edon's able to cover that. Plays it over to Julian. Oh, Julian loses the ball. Matthew kicks it away. Flames back into the box. Matthew on number 8 now. Trying to cover the distance. Shot. Oh, and it's a goal. 2-1 Flames. Box just inside the 18-yard box. And Brandon just couldn't save it. Tried to get his paw up there to block it, but unfortunately the shot was just a little too fast for him. And now 2-1 Flames lead as Edon tries to play this ball long. Mateo trying to win it back for South Florida. JC now on the ball, but he is getting swarmed by at least 3 Flames players and is fouled. As you can see here, a lot of hands going on in there. Not very many feet. And right call by the referee. Edon playing this ball short, plays it over to Crosby. Crosby taking some touches with the ball, plays it over to Mateo. Mateo, nice dribble. Gets it over to Martin. Martin dancing around. And the ball is kicked long, but it looks like we have a flag up on the play for offsides. And yes, it does look like he may have been offsides. when that ball was played. Very close call. As the Flames line up to take this free kick, they play it back to the keeper. And the keeper is playing cautiously short, although he was under extreme pressure by Nick. And they give the ball away. About 20 minutes have passed in this game. Like I said, so far, action-packed as Mateo plays this ball to Nick. Nick with a nice touch into JC. No flag up on that. And he looked more offsides than Martin was, but no flag as Flames got away with one there, and smart goalkeeping. Come out of the box early in order to attack that ball. As the Flame player slips, this ball is turned over to South Florida. Gavin now on the ball. Short throw into JC. JC plays it back to Matthew. Matthew back to Edon. Edon looking to switch the side over to Crosby. Crosby with a nice touch over to the left. Oh, but too much of a heavy touch there as it goes to the Flames player. And the Flames now, oh, nice footwork by number 9 to get around Julian. And he's got some running room here. This could be dangerous as he goes right through the middle. He plays the ball into space. List a little too far for number 8, who sends it sailing across the goal. Well, this Flames attack is certainly fast and it's very skilled as Crosby gets this pass out from the goalie. He looks up the field. He finds Mateo. Mateo plays it back to Kawa, who has now come in for Martin. And the Flames are looking to run the ball through the middle now as opposed to the outside. Number 3 for the Flames on the ball, but Lano able to get a foot to it, but gets that ball and unfortunately commits a foul. A little push in the back there. Like I said, these are soft little touches I think the Flames are just having a little overreaction to. As the Flames play this ball in, Brandon elects to punch this ball, but doesn't really punch it too far clear as Kawa now has to try to get on this. Gets ahead to it and goes out of bounds. Usually Brandon pretty on target with his punches. I think he just got a corner of his hand there, and it caused that ball to deflect out to the side. As number 8 for the Flames is trying to make something happen. Kawa with a nice tackle to prevent him from getting any further, but gives up the corner. Flames corner. Looks like at the back of the box. Flames player gets ahead to it, but it is cleared. Look like by Lano. Top of the box. Flames take another shot, and this one goes wide. Well, for the last couple of minutes, it's been all Flames and very little South Florida. As the South Florida players try to work their way out of the midfield. Kawa back to Crosby. Crosby now working the ball across to find Matthew. And the Flames players all shifting, which has got to be an ominous sight for when you're trying to get the ball out of the backfield. And Edon now with some time. Doesn't seem like they're pressuring the ball too much, the Flames. They're just looking to see if we're going to pass into them. As Crosby advancing forward, crosses the ball over to the middle to find Nick. Nick getting fouled in the middle of the field. Flames player is definitely concerned with him getting on the ball, as they're going to do anything they can to prevent him from advancing as they trip him there. Edon with a nice ball out to the right side, looking for Gavin, and finds him. Gavin with a nice touch. Cuts this ball back in time. Mateo's shot, and it looks like blocked by the goalie. As we take another look, nice right-footed shot, and I think the goalie just deflected it off with his fingertips. Beautiful shot by Mateo, and JC lines up for the corner. JC with the ball is going to the back of the box. Lano, nice goal header. 2-2, South Florida Football Academy ties it up against the Flames on a beautiful header by Lano, who appears to be his first goal of the season, and coming in at just the right time as we approach just about midway through the halftime. As we take another look, Lano gets up, head down, right into that corner. Goalie didn't even have a chance, and it's 2-2. South Florida Football Academy versus the Flames, and the Flames kick this ball off. Out to the right side. Oh, I don't know how that's not called out of bounds, but they play on. Mateo trying to make a run for it. Flames play it up the middle. Number 19 for the Flames on the ball. He's got time. Crosses this ball over. There is a running player, and he takes a shot, and Brandon is just frozen, unfortunately, and it goes in the goal. I think they're looking for a offsides call. They're not going to get it. Brandon is pleading with them, and he's going to get a yellow card for his objections to how that was not called offsides. which is a true shame. But yeah, I would think that player was onside, unfortunately. The referees are very good today. It seems they've been catching everything. And unfortunately, just as quickly as we tie it up, we've lost the lead now. As Crosby plays this ball down the line, but South Florida player there to get it. Edon waiting for Brandon to come out. Oh, that could have been dangerous. Brandon coming out to grab this one. Rolls it quickly out to Crosby. Crosby down the line again. Deflected by a Flames player. Flames again finding space in the middle of the field to create opportunities. And now looking again to the side, trying to play the ball in the space. They can't find it. And nice little move again by number 8. And he crosses this ball again. And Matthew there, it is time to deflect the ball. And it's going to go out for a throw. Well, these Flames players are definitely legit. They are coming at you, and they come at you fast. And they come at you with moves and speed as Matthew kicks this ball to Julian. And Julian up to Nick. Nick now on the run. Nick with one player in front of him easily gets around him. Cuts back inside. Now he's got 3 Flames players still on the ball. Still dribbling. Passes, but is deflected, and a Flames player kicks it away. Edon kicking this ball out of bounds. Well, hopefully we come up with a solution here because we were having a difficult time getting the ball out of the midfield. The Flames players just appear to be everywhere as it looks like they've loaded up the midfield. And whoa, they get a nice play on the ball here as they cross this to the center. Number 12 running in, plays it over to 19. 19 with a shot, and it goes wide of the goal. Oh, man. Well, this is pulse pounding every second of the game as Valentino has checked in for Brandon in the goal. I think Coach Greg just saw that yellow card and didn't want to take any chances as this ball is played long. Nick there to hustle. Oh, he gets a piece of it. And we are being whistled for a foul. Not sure where the foul is here. Maybe a handball incidentally. As the Flames take the free kick out to the left side. Still in possession. Matthew chasing this ball down, trying to play it out of bounds. Can't do it. Flames still there. Gavin now who has checked in. Gavin B. Flames still in possession of this ball. Gavin B shoulders it forward. And now in the middle of the field again, Edon now on the ball. He's trying to clear it, can't do it. Flames are just everywhere where this ball is. There's at least 2 or 3 Flames players, and they still get a shot off, although it's got no pace on it. And Valentino comes out to cover. Well, this is, like I said, been all Flames. And I will tell you, they just seem to be everywhere on the field with speed and with some skill that this South Florida team just doesn't seem to be prepared for. We're hoping that they're going to come out of it and tie this game up once again as they have done previously. Mora now, who is in the game. He's proceeding out, but gets the ball taken away. Gavin trying to apply some pressure. Crosby there to clear it. But again, Flames player on the ball. Back into the middle. Number 19 playing the ball long again. Valentino reads that pass, comes out and intercepts. And he's looking for the pass out, but decides to urge his team forward to try to get us out of this area. Punt. Finds Gavin K. Gavin K back to Matthew. Matthew with time on the ball. He plays over to Gavin B. Gavin B to Gavin K. And Gavin B back on the ball, playing it across to Edon. Edon with his head up and time on the ball. Plays it long. Looking for Nick to make a run on it, which he does. And the goalie for the Flames comes out and just kicks it away. Flames now. Again, time. Play the ball down the line. Valentino there to clear it out. A little bit of sweeper keeper. Oh, it doesn't appear the ball went out of bounds as Matthews there. He picks it up. He plays the ball long. Finds Nick. Nick heads the ball through looking for JC. Nice read by the Flames defense to not let that ball get through. As now Crosby's on the ball. He's trying to make something happen here in the midfield. Mora, for some reason, comes over and takes the ball away. Mora now on the ball. And he looks like he's going to get fouled. So winning a free kick. Let's see what South Florida can do with it. They've already scored from one set piece today. Hopefully we can make it 2. Majority of the players are up the field for this, and Don plays it in. Looking for the back post. Keeper for the Flames comes out and snags it out of the air before anybody can get ahead to it. And the Flames push forward. Flames playing a similar formation to South Florida, as they have 3 in the back. And they play this ball long, and Edon is going to have to be there to clear this one again. As it appears Matthew's pushing farther up the field to try to get some additional offense going here. Edon now looking for the free kick. And Crosby trying to get a foot to it. Ooh, got lucky there. Thankfully, Crosby is able to control it. And he plays it over to Mora. But the South Florida Flames players' relentless attack, they come away with it again. Crosby heading this ball away. And into touch for another Flames throw. Flames putting the ball forward to their big number 9. Kicked away. Still in possession. Flames dribbling through some players, but Gavin B there to prevent it from getting any further. Nico has now checked in as well. Again, another one of our Sunshine players is getting the MLS Next call-up. Nico was part of MLS Next last year and was a big part of that team. This year, he's proving to be an exceptional player for Sunshine and earning his passage back to MLS Next. And let's see what he can do here as he makes the pass to Mora. Mora trying to win that ball back. Maybe a little too much on that one, that challenge. As the Flames player, I can't say that they went down softly on that play as Mora charged in there. Free kick right at the goalie. Valentino there to grab it. And again, urging his players to move forward as we enter halftime. Well, Coach Greg is doing as best as he can. These Flames players just seem to be bigger, stronger, and faster than some of our players, but that doesn't really mean much. You have to have the will to try to win in these games, and I think that's what Coach Greg is trying to encourage them to do as we enter the second half. And Flames take it slowly, and they're going to play this one back to their keeper, who is now switched. And taking his time, no pressure. The ball's played long to, looks like Kawa, but Kawa's going to let it roll out. And throw-in coming. And it is down the line. Mora is there to get it. Mora looking for JC, finds him. JC back to Gavin B. Gavin B over to Nico. Nico with a nice move. Gets around his player. He's looking for Gavin K. Gavin K now on the cross. Can't find anybody. Flames player heads it away. And here come the Flames. As they kick the ball long, Edon's there to protect. Flames player's not really going forward as much as Edon plays this ball long to Gavin K and finds his feet. Gavin K to JC. JC on the return pass just a little too far, and it's going to be for a Flames throw. Matthew way up the field. Heads the ball back. Edon there to collect. Passes it back to Lano. South Florida looks like they've switched to 4 in the back, with Lano and Edon taking up the center back roles, and Matthew and Kawa taking up the left and right back. As Edon plays long, Nico there to head it forward to Gavin K. Gavin K trying to play it back to Matthew, who had already ventured up the field. Nice little moves there by the Flames player, but Nico able to get on top of this and kick it forward. Flames again, now on the attack. Not as many people going forward with the Flames as they were in the first half. Maybe they've decided to go a little bit more defensive as they play this ball back with nowhere to go, all the way to the keeper. JC trying to move up and apply some pressure. And the Flames elect to go long. And the ball's still in bounds. Kawa trying to get something done on the outside, but it looks like there's a flag up. And it's going to be out of bounds. So Kawa throws this one to Gavin B. Kawa then returns the ball up the field, looking for Nick. And the Flames play it safe and kick it out of bounds. Well, the Flames playing very cautiously, trying to protect that 1-goal lead. They know that South Florida, with the way they've been playing today, they can strike at any time with a nice give and go there to Nick. Nick on the run. That looked like a foul in the box. Are we going to get a penalty? Can we get a penalty? Looking for the contact here. Oh, looks like he got the ball first and then got a piece of Nick. As Coach Greg is like, he doesn't understand it. I don't understand it either, Coach. As we get a corner. This ball going in. Oh, Kyle gets ahead to it. But it is parried away by the big Flame center back. Trying to keep this ball in. Lano heads it forward. Don trying to control it. Can't do it. Flames kick it forward. They got a player running. Matthew and Lano trying to come back and protect. Can't get this ball cleared. It plays a ball across. That looks like Kyle kicking it clear. Idana able to get on it now. And Idan trying to move this ball up the right side. He's got some time and a little bit of space. Mora receives it. Mora cutting back inside. He's trying to find somebody. Can't do it. And referee's going to let them play on because it looked like a clear foul. Nice ball up the field. Nick in possession. And it looks like they're going to call him for offsides. Well, I got to tell you, I thought that was clearly a foul on Mora, but referee would continue to let it play because it looked like we had an advantage. As this ball goes long, Valentino's going to have to come out quickly to recover. And does. Again, Valentino looking for the ball forward. Kicks the ball up, but it goes out of bounds. As I mentioned earlier, it looks like the Flames are playing a little bit more conservative. They're not committing as many bodies forward as they were previously. And I think this is going to create an opportunity for South Florida. As Lano gets on the ball here. Looking for someone to pass to. Looks long. Flames player read it though. Passes it back into the middle. And the Flames like to get a little tricky with some of their passing as Gavin B plays this one back to Lano. Lano kicking the ball up. Mora trying to apply the pressure and win the ball back. And the Flames look like they got some movement down on the right side. Gavin B able to get a foot to it and kick this ball clear. Well, it looks like it went out for a throw before Gavin got a foot to it as Kyle takes the throw back to Lano. Again, Flames not pressuring the ball when it's in our backfield as Lano kicks this ball long. Flames player intercepts with his head. And Flames look like they want to go on the attack now. 5 players forward for the Flames as they take a wild shot that goes way off target. And we'll start all over again out of the back. Plenty of time here for South Florida to get something going. As Valentino gets a little tricky with the ball. Plays it over to Idan. Idan looking up the middle finds Nico. Nico playing the ball for Matthew just a little too far ahead of him. But that could have developed into something. And that's what we need to see is some quick off the ball movement and quick passing. And I think we're back in this game. As the Flames throw this ball forward. Their big number 9 there again. Collect. Plays it back. And then they go forward. But this time Cowell there to intercept. Plays it to Nick. Nick with a quick one-touch pass to Gavin. Gavin over to Matthew. Matthew with his head up. He passes it into JC. JC over to Gavin K. Gavin K now with some trying to make some moves around the number 12, but can't do it. Able to win the ball back. And it goes out for a corner. So good movement there by South Florida. Winning the corner. And Gavin K with some aggressive play in order to win that ball. More on the corner. And Nick gets ahead to it. Oh my goodness. The Flames keeper got a hand to it. And he saves it. Nick's trying to get to there. Oh, he gets tackled in the field. There's no foul. He gets tackled. Ball's played up the field. Matthew's there trying to cover. Valentino's coming out. He gets to the ball. Matthew clearing it. Unbelievable. JC there to head the ball. Gavin K now on it. Gavin K fighting with the number 9 from the Flames. And this is, again, we're back into flurry time. It is going crazy out on the field. Lano kicking this ball forward. And in a touch. We got to take a look at a couple plays here. As we see this first header by Nick, that was going in for sure. And the Flames goalie makes a reaction save. And now we're looking at this from other side. Valentino coming out quickly, playing a little sweeper keeper. And able to clear that ball into Matthew's path, who's able to kick it long. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it, folks. Action at both ends of the field within a minute. And we're still 3-2. As Idon plays this ball up to Nick. Nick looks like he gets fouled again, but finally a call. Holy cow. As South Florida is trying to take this quickly, the Flames player decides to get in the middle of it, and now we got a yellow card for Idon and a yellow card for the Flames player who was trying to stop the play. As we take another look here, Nick gets fouled there for sure. Unbelievable. What is going on here, ladies and gentlemen? As Idon takes this short over to Lano, we're trying to play through this mess, and Nico trying to let that ball run through, does, wins it, but then gives it away, and then the Flames turn it over yet again. Wow. If you're not excited watching this, I don't know what to tell you, folks. You better check yourself for a pulse, because this is some unbelievable play back and forth as Gavin B plays this ball out to the left side. Nick able to run it down. Oh, but takes a slip. And Coach Greg trying to help him up and assist with the ball as the Flames are going to try to throw this one in. Long throw from the Flames center back as Idon is there to kick this ball up again. And again into danger. Lano playing it over to Idon. Idon with some good footwork here to maintain possession. Plays it over to Lano. Flames threatening again. Challenging for sure. And Idon with a quick little move there to avoid the tackle. Gavin B now on the ball. Plays it over to Nico. Nico with a quick check over his shoulder. Sees he's got space. He plays it over to Gavin K. Gavin K now up to JC. This is some good movement again. JC. Time on the ball. Plays it over to Nico. Nico again. Nice quick move. Cutting it back inside. Foul. Oh, this is a good spot for South Florida. Dangerous area. And looks like Mora's going to line up on this one as another yellow card is given to a Flames player for this foul. Clearly not needed. And studs up tackle. Yeah, absolutely, that's a yellow. As Mora lines up to take this free kick. And here it comes. Flames player heads it away. Nico trying to get up in the air to try to block that ball. Can't do it. Flames are on the attack here. This is dangerous. As Kawa is trying to cover. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Oh, no, they still got it off. But Nico there to cover. And kicks this ball out for a Flames throw. Good teamwork there by Kawa and Nico to prevent that ball from getting any further. Now they have to worry about this long throw-in. Ooh, headed forward. No Flames players there as Valentino goes out and collects this one. Valentino putting the ball down for Idon. Idon looking to move forward. Plays the ball through the middle. The number 9 from the Flames read that one. Luckily we got away with one there. As the Flames player is now just heading the ball around. Gavin B to get his head to it. And this number 8 is again on the attack as he runs right into Lano. No foul called. Oh, wait, there it is. It's a little late. But, yeah, got a little bit ahead of himself and basically cleated Lano. That is never a good sign. As Idon tries to take this one, the Flames player is purposely standing in front of the ball. Which, that is a clear yellow card, as he's done that a couple of times already. Glad that the referee finally is doing something about it, as every minute counts here. And South Florida can smell a little bit of blood in the water here, as they've had a couple of promising attacks. Gavin B there to put the ball forward. Kawa trying to win the ball back for South Florida. And the Flames in possession in the middle of the field. Mora coming back. He's able to win that ball. Plays it over to JC. JC over to Gavin K. Gavin K with a nice little nutmeg pass. But unfortunately nobody's there, and JC is limping a little bit from the challenge that he took. Flames again running with the ball. Probably too long of a touch there as that Flames player just collided with Gavin B. He is down on the ground. Play continues and the ball goes into touch. I think Gavin B is going to be getting some attention here. He might not be playing. And it looks like Julian is getting ready to check in if he hasn't. Oh no, Mateo has checked in. Sorry. Lano kicking this ball forward. JC gets ahead to it. Nice. Puts it in the path of Gavin K, but he's not going to get there in time. The goalie plays it long. JC there. The goal is open. Can we get anything on goal? We cannot. JC was looking for the ball to Gavin. He can't get it there. So here we go again with a goal kick for the Flames. played long, but not long enough, as it bounces just before the midfield line. And that is going to be a South Florida throw. Matthew with the throw-in. Down to Gavin Kay. Goes over his head into the Flames territory as they play this one back to their goalie. Goalie kicks it long. Out to the right side now. The Flames are going to work as Nick applies pressure. And it looks like he wins a throw-in for South Florida. Cowan now throwing the ball in. Finds Nick. Nick with a quick one-touch pass to Mateo. Back to Nick. Nick dribbling the outside. And wins a corner, I believe. So things looking up here for South Florida as we take another set piece. JC on the ball. Hand down. Ball up. Headed away by Flames. Headed into the path of JC again, who comes down with it. Nice little cut inside. Plays it back to Cowan. Cowan now playing it across to Edon. Edon with his head up. Trying to make some moves. Gets it across the field to Gavin Kay. Gavin Kay puts it into the box. But Mateo couldn't get there as the Flames kick it free. Here come the Flames. Looking for a pass. Edon, nice slide tackle, but it does not go out of bounds. Oh, another collision with Lano. Kawa there to kick the ball up. Ball just getting kicked in the air here. No real sense of direction, but Kawa able to put it away. All right. Well, now it looks like it's going to be a throw. And again, this long throw from the Flames is dangerous this close to the box. As they throw it again, this one bounces free. Julian able to clear it, who was just recently checked in. Nick trying to win the ball. Plays it up to Mateo, but it looks like it's going to come back for a foul. And for a little bit of contact there that Nick made. So dangerous free kick here by the Flames. Let's see how they do it. Shot towards the goal, off the crossbar, and out for a goal kick. Wow. Well, that could have been the definite nail in our coffin if that went in. As Edon plays this one up the middle to Julian. Julian with a nice turn on the ball. Plays it over to Gavin Kay. Gavin Kay was looking to play it over to JC, but couldn't find him. Ball up the field. Doesn't stay on the field for too long. Flames throw in. And let's see here. Flames, another long throw. This ball gets through everybody and lands to a Flames player's foot. Lano there to kick it free. Mateo looking to get under the ball. Ball bouncing around like a ping pong ball. And here we go. Oh, nice slide tackle by Nick to win that ball. He's got some space here. He plays it into the middle. Mateo gets on his foot, but unfortunately bad touch, and it lands to the West Florida Flames player. As Cowan now comes down. This ball comes across the middle. Matthew there to intercept. He's going to dribble forward. He's got some space. But it's shut down by the Flames player who deflects it off of him. Flames now moving forward. Popping the ball in the air yet again. Oh, that looked like a foul on Julian. But nothing is called. This ball is up in the air yet again. Moore there to kick it free. Moore now on the ball with his left foot. Tries to kick it into space. Flames player clears. Lano heads it back into the middle. Flames player again there. Moore able to get a piece to it. Gavin Kay trying to get it. Flames player comes away. Now working on the left side. Ball back into the middle. Lano there picks it up. Lano kicking it to the middle, but hits the referee, who clearly gives this as a drop ball for South Florida. And drop to Edon. Edon looked like he was trying to kick it long, but thankfully kicked it over to the left. And looks like it's going to be a throw-in for South Florida. I don't know if there's a sense of panic on the field, but there is still plenty of time here to put another goal in the net. I'm hoping that the players understand that as the throw-in comes into Nick, and it looks like he's clearly fouled immediately after getting on the ball. As he tries to get through, the Flames player just sticks out his leg. Free kick here. Lano's lining up to take it. And approaches the ball. Kicks high up in the air. Don's under it, just couldn't get his head to it. Mateo gets a piece of it. Puts it on target, but a Flames player heads it away. And another foul called. Looks like this one's going to be on Gavin Kay by the same player that has been yellow carded, but doesn't receive a red. Free kick. This one's about 25 yards out. Nick takes a shot. Oh, keeper did a little bit of dancing there, but ended up coming away with it. Dangerous ball as it tossed and turned through the air, but the Flames keeper able to come down with it and rolls this one out to the right side. Long ball up the field. Adon is there. Heads this ball to Kawa. Kawa comes down with it with a deft touch. And Martino is checked back in. Slide tackles that one away. Well, another throw in for the Flames. Again, this is probably going to be a long ball throw. And sure enough, it is. As Matthews there to kick this one away. Nick trying to get on it. Being pushed and just collided into every chance the Flame players can get, as they know he is the danger man. And Flames now in possession of the ball in the midfield. Flames trying to move this ball forward. They got a few defenders up in the attack. It's going to be another throw-in. All right, another long ball throw set to come. Coach Greg has made a number of complaints about these throws, that the player keeps lifting his foot as the line judge takes the ball to the head. But if you watch carefully, it does look like he's lifting his back foot as he makes these long throws. Not so much there as it went short. Matthew there to head this ball out of the box. Up to Nick. Nick playing the ball long. Mateo making a run on it. Can he get there as the flank player just kicks this ball up and out of the air. Matthew there to bring it down with his chest. He plays the ball up to JC. JC trying to control it, and does. Plays it back to Matthew. Matthew playing it back to Edon. Edon with a little bit of space. He's going to put it long. Mateo trying to get underneath it. Oh, Flame player takes a hard hit, and the ball goes into touch for a South Florida throw. JC plays this over to Gavin Kay. Gavin Kay back to JC. JC making a run inside. He finds Julian, who's wide open, pops this ball up into space for Mateo. Mateo trying to get a foot to it, and it just collided into by the number 14. No foul, but it is going to be another throw for South Florida in a dangerous area. Actually, they called it a corner. Even better. JC with the delivery. Lano gets ahead to it. It hits a Flames player. It's still in a dangerous area, but now the Flames have cleared it. Not too far, though, as Adon recovers. Now Kawa putting it up in the air. Lano again putting it up in the air. This ball's going to drop into the Flames area as Nick comes down with this one, but it goes out of bounds. Nick now on the ball, taking the corner, and is down. Here goes the kick. Back post. Mateo there gets ahead to it, but it hits the Flames player in the back. Lano gets ahead to it, and Flames player clears it. Ball is going forward. Cal's going to get on it. He tries to play the ball up to Matthew. Matthew able to keep it inside. Trying to play it across. Does. Gets to Gavin Kay. Gavin Kay, nice touch to JC, who's in the open. Cross. Still in there. Nick controlling it just outside the penalty area. Shot blocked by the Flames players, and it's going to be another corner. South Florida all over this ball, trying to make it happen. There's just walls of Flames players blocking every shot as another corner comes in. This one's short. Gavin Kay gets a little heel to it, but nothing else. Goal kick for the Flames. They play this ball up the field. Flames player taking a touch to it. Edon now playing it over to Julian. Julian over to the right side. JC plays it back to Matthew. Matthew plays it into the middle, but nobody is there. Julian gets a foot to this. Lano comes down with it, chesting it all the way. This ball goes up in the air again. Flames player tries to make a head contact with it, can't do it. Martin now on the ball. Martin dribbling down the line, gets it over to Nick. Referee says play on. Ball comes across the goal, into the middle. Gavin Kay, trying to get it. Can't do it. Another ball into the cross. Goalkeeper gets a finger to it, and it's out for a corner. Well, South Florida is bringing all their guns to bear here, trying to equalize this score. And as the corner is taken short, trying to play it back to Nick, but can't do it. This ball is dancing on the line right now. Kawa making a run over there. Oh no, commits the foul. Doesn't really look like he gets him all that much. I don't even know if he made contact at all, to be honest with you. But it's a free kick for the Flames nevertheless. Flames putting this ball long. Lano heading it back. Martin getting control of it, passing it down the line, but it goes into touch. South Florida again trying to win challenges here. Trying to come away with the ball somewhere. Short throw by the Flames, trying to maintain possession. And looks like they're still going to do it here with this unorthodox passing style that they have, just kicking the ball up in the air. But it seems to be working for them. And win another throw. This one definitely in our territory. Surprised they went short with it, but the Flames now kicking it back into the box. Matthew trying to cover. Chests it down, plays it over, trying to play it over to JC, but can't do it. Flames take a wild shot, but don't put it on target. Valentino putting the ball down. Plays it over to Idan. Idan with his head up. Puts the ball long. Mateo there to control with a nice touch. Trying to play it over to JC. Can't find him. Ball played into the middle. Lano heading it forward. Still with Lano. Lano heading it over to Idan. Idan, I think he was trying to get over to Matthew. Just took a bad touch. Number 9 now. Oh, this could be trouble. Plays it across. Valentino with a nice save. Valentino trying to move forward and is tripped by the Flames player. That should be a second yellow, ladies and gentlemen. That was uncalled for, as he had no chance of getting that ball, as it was clearly in Valentino's hands, and he just did that to try to obstruct him. No second yellow card. You have got to be kidding me. That was a yellow every day, every minute of the week, and he gets away with one, folks. As this ball is put down, because there was another out of bounds, I cannot believe that that was not a yellow card offense. Well, as we await for the throw in here, Matthew clears it up. Martin able to win that challenge, but can't get there for the second. Flames now pushing forward. Are they trying to get that fourth goal? Trying to play the ball across, but Julian quickly intercepts that one, is up the field, playing it over to Nick. Nick looking across, but cannot find Mateo. Flames now in control of the ball, passing it back. Mateo applying some pressure, trying to win this ball in a crucial area, but we seem to be chasing. This ball played up the middle. Matthew comes up, plays this ball over to Gavin Kay. Gavin now into Mateo. Can't find him. Ball played up the middle again by the Flames. This game has gotten wide open, ladies and gentlemen. There is yards of space in between defenders. Don trying to apply some pressure. It looks like that's going to be offsides, and it is. This number 16 for the Flames, he's running around and causing some trouble. He got himself in a good spot there, but Lano knew where he was at and was able to get that call. And again, 16 stands in front of the ball, preventing us from going forward. And this looks like it's finally going to be the second yellow. Well, he's committed a couple of fouls, stood in front of the ball multiple times, and it finally bit him as he gets the red card, and the Flames are down to 10 men. Well, there is precious few minutes left in this game, ladies and gentlemen. Can the South Florida tie this up as Idan tries to send this one long? He does. He finds Gavin. Gavin controlling it, putting it down to Lano. Lano signaling that he's going to put it long, sees Nick. Nick trying to get this ball under control, fighting off 3 defenders, and gets fouled. Whoa, that is a life-saving foul right there, as South Florida has a ball for a free kick. Actually, no, it didn't get called. It just got out of bounds. I thought that was clearly a foul. Flames now in control of this ball, putting it long. Idan running back. Kicking it back heel to Lano. Lano back to the goalie. Goalie to Lano. Lano charging up the field. Yards of space. Tries to kick it forward. Flames player was there to block it. And it goes in and touch for another throw for South Florida. Well, these players know it. There is little time left to try to tie this up. And they are trying desperately to get it forward. Kawa putting this ball up the field to Mateo. Mateo with a nice move. Mateo with a shot! Oh, it just goes wide of the goal. Well, hopefully that's not it, folks. But it is looking like that time is dwindling down as the Flames keeper sends everybody forward to take this goal kick. Flames in control on the right side. Again, this pop-up passing. I guess they just figure with the size of their players they can win most of these balls. And so far, not disproving their theory. As Lano puts this ball up at the field, looking for Mateo. That looked like it might have been a handball, but nothing was called. Though that's got to be a foul. Last time somebody hooked somebody like that, it was in a hockey game. As Zidane puts this ball down, he plays it up to JC, who is wide open, and plays it over to Nick. Nick crosses the ball into the middle. Mateo was trying to get there, but a Flames player was there already. Julian trying to play it in. Gets it deflected. Cowell with time on the ball. Can he find a pass? And he gets fouled. Well, the fouls seem to be non-stop right now from the Flames players, as they are constantly leaving a leg out there to try to hold up these South Florida players from getting the ball into a dangerous spot. As JC plays this ball long, and a little too long as it goes over everybody and out of bounds. Well, here we go. Flames goal kick. Ball does not go long as Martin gets a chest to it. Back to Matthew. Matthew playing it over to Julian, who's wide open in the space. Plays it over to JC. JC with some footwork. He's looking around. He finds Matthew. Matthew with some time. He plays it across. And it lands in front of the keeper, who had a hard time controlling it, but eventually does, and lands on it. Flames now moving forward. All their players telling them to get out of the area. Now, the rule is typically that the goalie has 6 seconds to clear the ball if it doesn't go out of bounds and they're just collecting it. Well, he's well under that as he kicks this ball forward and it goes into play again. Goes out of play again. Well, I think time's all but up here, and it is, as the keeper blows that final whistle. It is going to be West Florida Flames 3, South Florida Football Academy 2, and what was an absolute barn burner of a match. I mean, non-stop action, coast to coast. We had a little bit of a delay there and started the second half, but I mean, I got to tell you, I've never seen the South Florida team come out with as much fire as they have today against a very tough opponent in the Flames. Now, I'm hoping that this is going to be some kind of a homestand for this South Florida team as they take on the Chargers tomorrow, and then the next week they have a couple of games as well, all at Loggers Run Park. So this is going to be a huge opportunity for this South Florida team to move forward in the rankings as long as they play with this heart and desire that they showed today. They really did try their best to get this level, but the Flames just appeared to be a little too tough as they just moved this ball through the air, and unfortunately we just could not compete in that area. I know Coach Greg's got to be proud of the boys. I know that they're going to learn a lot from this experience, and I hope that they're able to translate it to tomorrow's game against the Chargers. So be sure to join us here as we bring you that match as well as all the highlights, and we look forward to seeing you. So please click, like, and subscribe to Mad About Soccer, and we hope to bring you much more as the year goes on. Thank you for watching. Have a great night, and enjoy the rest of your day.